He is known for being an influential Indian Buddhist philosopher who worked at Nālandā. He is recognized for his key contributions to epistemology in Buddhist philosophy. He is Dharmakīrti, a primary theorist of Buddhist atomism. In the ancient kingdom of Nālandā, nestled amidst the serene landscapes of India, a brilliant mind emerged. Dharmakirti, a revered philosopher, embarked on a journey of knowledge, delving into the depths of Buddhist philosophy. Born during a time when the pursuit of wisdom was cherished, he was destined to leave an indelible mark on the world of thought. From a young age, Dharmakirti displayed an insatiable thirst for learning. His parents, recognizing his potential, encouraged him to explore the vast realms of philosophy and art. As he delved into the teachings of various schools of thought, Dharmakirti's mind became a tapestry of ideas, weaving together the intricate threads of Yogacara and Sautrantika, two essential Buddhist traditions. However, it was his magnum opus, the Brahmavartika, that catapulted Dharmakirti into the realm of philosophical greatness. This monumental work became a central text on pramana, the study of valid knowledge, and its influence spread like wildfire across India and Tibet. Scholars from different corners of these ancient lands were captivated by the profound insights presented by Dharmakirti, and they eagerly engaged in spirited debates and commentaries on his ideas. Dharmakirti's legacy transcends the boundaries of Buddhist philosophy. His profound understanding of epistemology not only impacted fellow Buddhist scholars but also left an indelible impression on the scholars of Hindu philosophy, including MMA with Macron, SA with Macron, Nyaya, and Shaivism. Even the scholars of Jainism found inspiration in his works. His teachings continue to echo through the hallowed halls of monasteries in Tibet, where his texts are studied and revered. Through his intellectual prowess and unwavering dedication to the pursuit of truth, Dharmakirti became a beacon of knowledge, illuminating the path for generations to come. His philosophical brilliance and contributions to the understanding of pramana ensure that his name will forever be etched in the annals of intellectual history. Dharmakirti, a renowned Buddhist scholar, lived during a time of great insecurity for Buddhist institutions. It was a period marked by the collapse of the Gupta Empire, and Buddhist works composed before the 6th century lacked a systematic approach. These works were primarily heresiological, proselytical, and apologetic in nature, aiming to defeat non-Buddhist opponents and defend Buddhist ideas. They provided arguments for monks to convert those who doubted Buddhism and strengthen the faith of wavering Buddhists. Around the middle of the 6th century, in response to the polemics of non-Buddhist traditions with their pramana foundations, the scholar Dinaga shifted the emphasis from dialectics to a more systematic approach focused on epistemology and logic, while still maintaining the heresiological and apologetic focus. Dharmakirti followed in Dinaga's footsteps and developed systematic philosophical doctrines on Buddhist epistemology. Dharmakirti's work was characterized by a full-fledged positive and direct apologetic commitment, as noted by Vincent Eltschinger. His philosophy aimed to provide a solid defense of Buddhism against the intellectual arguments put forth by Hindu philosophical traditions such as the Nyaya school. However, Dharmakirti and his followers also believed that the study of reasoning and its application served an important purpose for soteriological ends, or the pursuit of spiritual liberation. In a time of religious and philosophical uncertainty, Dharmakirti's philosophy offered a comprehensive and logical framework for understanding Buddhist epistemology. His teachings provided a strong defense against competing philosophical systems while also emphasizing the importance of reason in the pursuit of spiritual enlightenment. By embracing Dharmakirti's teachings, individuals could navigate the challenges of daily life with a deeper understanding of the nature of knowledge, perception, and reality. Dharmakirti, a prominent philosopher in Buddhist epistemology, believed that establishing a theory of logical validity and certainty rooted in causality was essential. Building upon the work of Dinaga's Brahmasamkhya, Dharmakirti contended that there are only two instruments of knowledge or valid cognition, perception and inference. Perception involves a non-conceptual understanding of specific details, bound by the principles of causality. On the other hand, inference is a rational, linguistic, and conceptual process. In his seminal work, the Brahmavartika, Dharmakirti defined a pramana as a reliable cognition. However, the concept of reliability has been interpreted in various ways. Commentators like Dharmottara asserted that reliability meant a cognition's ability to lead to the attainment of one's desired object. Some modern scholars, such as José I. Cabazon, even suggested that Dharmakirti defended a form of pragmatism. On the contrary, others, like Tillmans, argued that Dharmakirti adhered to a weak form of correspondence theory, which states that confirming causal efficacy justifies our expectations about an object of cognition. For Dharmakirti, a cognition is deemed valid if it is causally connected to the object of cognition through an intrinsically valid and non-conceptual perception. This perception is said to be an intrinsical source of knowledge that remains reliable in its understanding of the object's functionality. In his own words, Dharmakirti proclaimed, "A prama is a reliable cognition. Reliability consists in compliance with performing a function." Furthermore, Dharmakirti acknowledged the existence of extraordinary epistemic warrants, such as the words of the Buddha, whom he considered an authoritative and reliable figure. Additionally, he recognized the significance of the inconceivable perception of a yogi. However, when it came to scriptural authority, Dharmakirti adopted a moderate and nuanced stance. He believed that scripture was not an independent and genuine means of valid cognition. While scripture should not guide matters that can be determined through factual and rational means, it can be relied upon in dealing with radically inaccessible things, such as karma and soteriology. Dharmakirti's philosophy of epistemology offers valuable insights that can be applied to our daily lives. By emphasizing the importance of causality in reliable cognition, Dharmakirti encourages us to critically examine the sources of our knowledge and beliefs. This awareness helps us navigate the complexities of modern life, where we are bombarded with information from various sources. By discerning between reliable and unreliable cognition, we can make informed decisions and cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Dharmakirti, a renowned Buddhist philosopher, had a unique perspective on the nature of reality and perception. He believed that the real is composed of momentarily existing particulars, while universals are mere fictions. According to him, what is real must possess causal properties and powers, which distinguish it as an object of perception. In his own words, whatever has causal powers, that really exists. This theory of causal properties can be interpreted as a form of trope theory, where the ultimate reality lies in the partless and undivided particulars that give rise to direct perceptual cognitions. Dharmakirti's philosophy also delves into the distinction between ultimately real particulars and conventionally real entities, as part of the Buddhist Two Truths doctrine. The conventionally real entities, based on linguistic categories and intellectual constructs, are considered erroneous superimpositions on the flow of reality. Dharmakirti believed that cognitive distortion occurs during the process of recognition and perceptual judgment, due to latent tendencies in the mind from past impressions. These latent dispositions lead to constructed representations of the perceived object, resulting in pseudo-perceptions that conceal the true nature of reality. Ignorance, according to Dharmakirti, is the conceptuality and superimposition that overlays the naturally radiant nature of pure perception. To overcome these defilements of perception, Dharmakirti advocated for mental cultivation and the use of inference to gain insight. By correcting these distortions, a Buddhist practitioner can better see the true nature of reality. However, Dharmakirti acknowledged that the true nature of reality is ineffable and cannot be fully expressed through language. He embraced nominalism, viewing language as a tool for conceptual fictions rather than a representation of ultimate reality. Dharmakirti's unique contribution was to reinterpret Dignaga's theory of exclusion in terms of causation, bridging the gap between conceptual schemas and perceptual content. In conclusion, Dharmakirti's metaphysics offers a profound understanding of reality and perception. His emphasis on the causal properties of particulars, the distinction between ultimate and conventional reality, and the role of cognition in distorting perception provide valuable insights for our daily lives. By recognizing the limitations of language and the distortions of conceptuality, we can strive to cultivate a clearer perception of reality and overcome ignorance. Dharmakirti's philosophy remains relevant today as we seek to navigate the complexities of existence and deepen our understanding of the world around us. Dharmakirti, a renowned philosopher, delved into the realm of consciousness and perception, building upon the theories of his predecessor, Dharmakirti. He fiercely defended the idea that consciousness is not only aware of external objects but also aware of itself as aware. He likened consciousness to a lamp that illuminates the objects in a room as well as itself. This concept of non-conceptual reflexivity challenged traditional notions of perception. In addition to this, Dharmakirti embraced the Yogacara theory of awareness only, which posited that external objects of perception do not truly exist. According to him, the object of cognition is not separate or external to the act of cognition itself. In fact, the object and the subjective cognition are experienced simultaneously, inseparable from each other. This understanding shattered the illusion of duality between the perceiver and the perceived, revealing the inherent interconnectedness of all things. One of Dharmakirti's notable works, Substantiation of Other Mind Streams, addressed the nature of the mind stream and offered a Buddhist response to the problem of other minds. He believed that the mind stream had no true beginning, yet it existed as a temporal sequence. Dharmakirti's perspective challenged the notion of linear time, suggesting that without true beginnings, there are no true endings. This concept of a beginningless time captured the essence of the mind stream, a continuous flow of consciousness transcending conventional notions of time. Dharmakirti's philosophy of mind emphasized the interconnectedness of consciousness, perception, and the illusory nature of duality. By recognizing that our consciousness is not only aware of external objects but also aware of itself, we can cultivate a deeper understanding of our own minds. This awareness allows us to break free from the ignorance that gives rise to the illusion of separation and duality. Dharmakirti, the renowned Buddhist philosopher, found himself at the center of a heated debate among Indian and Tibetan doxographers. They grappled with the question of how to categorize his profound philosophical thought. The Gelug school argued that Dharmakirti expressed Yogacara views, while most non-Gelug Tibetan commentators insisted that he embraced Sautrantika views. Adding to the complexity, some renowned Indian Madhyamikas believed he subscribed to Madhyamika views. In the modern era, scholars continued to offer differing interpretations. Tillmans contended that Dharmakirti represented the Yogacara school, while Amar Singh argued that he was a Sautrantika philosopher. Christine Mulliken-Kate proposed a compelling synthesis, suggesting that Dharmakirti embodied a fusion of the Sautrantika and Yogacara traditions. Meanwhile, Dan Arnold proposed an intriguing perspective, asserting that Dharmakirti's philosophical perspectives alternated between Sautrantika and Yogacara views, each applied at different levels of his analytical approach. The profound impact of Dharmakirti's philosophical contributions went beyond mere categorization. Some even saw him as a founder of a new Buddhist school or tradition known as those who follow reasoning, referred to in Tibetan as Pramavda. Dharmakirti's thought transcended the boundaries of traditional classifications, delving into the depths of human understanding and the nature of reality. Dharmakirti's philosophical framework holds relevance in our daily lives. It invites us to explore different perspectives and embrace the complexity of our experiences. Just as Dharmakirti navigated the intersections of various philosophical traditions, we too can navigate the complexities of our own lives, integrating seemingly opposing viewpoints into a cohesive whole. By embracing a sliding scale of analysis, we can find harmony in the midst of diversity and appreciate the interconnectedness of all things. As we ponder the legacy of Dharmakirti, we are reminded that our search for truth and understanding is an ongoing journey. It is through open-mindedness, intellectual curiosity, and a willingness to engage with diverse perspectives that we can expand our own understanding of the world and find meaning in our daily existence.
Do you want to explore more philosophers? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.